I didn't know that I wanted to be a designer as such, and I don't think I actually figured that out until probably I was well into my civil engineering studies. That's when I discovered the Royal College of Art, and that's when I said, okay, this fits my requirements, it's something creative. I think there is a link in the sense that it gives you a very practical way of thinking, of approaching things, but I think that comes more naturally within me. I need a reason to design something. I think for me, if there is no reason, then I don't feel the need to do it. The reason why I don't prefer to use the word minimal, I mean, I think it's quite a word that has been misunderstood by the public and especially by design journalists and critics. It was an easy way of labeling something. I tend to prefer the reductive process and sort of more like a distillation process when it comes to the way that I approach my design and my work, in the sense that you subtract, you start taking away the excess. The string lights is an interesting family of lights. It's an interesting and very poetic way of actually solving a very simple and practical problem. You move into a house, you want to always put a light at the place when there's no power. Cables in the landscape divide the landscape. Is when these cables join pylons, when you see them, especially when you sit on the train and you move in high speed, you look at this repeated image of perfectly disciplined, perfectly equidistant strings of power that move from one pylon to the other. And that was quite an inspiring image for me to work with. The other collection, the IC lights, are more about balance. I was interested in capturing the moment when a sphere seems to be perfectly still. I think it's quite clear in the way that every single fixture has its own way of addressing that particular moment and framing that moment. From a design perspective, I feel that London has always been a center, has always been a creative hub, I guess. Despite the drop in the sort of manufacturing industry, it seemed to be a place, especially at the time when I graduated, that it seemed to be a place where a lot of creative people seemed to gather. So I think it was interesting to expose yourself in that environment, because not in the sense that it becomes competitive, but in the sense your ideas then have a way of finding their own place, I think, in this. And for me, that was far more important than anything else.